And I had to reset to put the delay on the stream right here for obvious reasons, being an official match here for ESL. So we got Evil Corporation versus Camping Your Ancients. I am Breaking CPK, going to be your host here for this best of 3 series. I'm being told it is best of 3, so this being game 1. So looking forward to an overall good series here. Now, obviously, I'm really excited to cast this matchup here, given the opportunity to, mainly because I'm very familiar with these players, at least on the Evil Corporation side. Their whole roster, in fact. You got Wang, a.k.a. Chioli. You got that's Own Me there, and that on the OD. You have Nox playing the Lifestealer, Book on Dazzle, and then Tolera on the Slaughter. Now, Tolera I'm not as familiar with, but I was told that he is a former Han player himself as well. So look at this roam right off the bat. Oh, who did they catch right there? Oh, that is going to be Storm Spirit, actually, and obviously level 1. He is in a lot of trouble now. Can they chase him down? He's got some speed. He went those boots first. I was wondering why he's able to outrun them so quickly early on. And he is going to be fine at the end. Man, without boots, he's probably dead right there. But that proved to be the good decision on his part. Yeah, mistakes were made, apparently, as they say. Yeah, that's so an unfortunate missed chance right there coming out for Evil Corporation. But, you know, not the most harm done necessarily. So as far as the landing phase goes, you see the bottom rune going to be controlled here. Nox is going to try to steal the rune up top. Oh, he does not get it, though. Silencer picks it up, and Lifestealer will have to fall back before he takes too much damage there. So, looks like we're going to be seeing more of an aggressive trial lane actually coming out on the side of Evil Corporation. They got Slaughter, Dazzle, and Shadow Demon all down here at the bottom lane. So, Abaddon going to be heading down here with the Storm Spirit, actually, with those boots first. So, this really is turning out interesting. It ends up being a Silencer mid in the end. And then we got Coddle and Clockwork at the top lane. I am just all sorts of lost here. I'm not going to lie as far as how the lane is looking for CYA right now. You see bottom lane. Okay, they have no clue that these supports are here. So actually Abaddon, yeah, he's in trouble. The Disruption comes out. Storm Spirit nearby. Disruption going to be put down, and down he goes. Wang, a.k.a. Chioli, picking up the kill on that Shadow Demon. No chance for Abaddon. He just had no clue once again that they were sitting down here. So very good game coming out on their side. Is this a farming Abaddon? No, I guess it's not. I'm looking at his items, it's not. It's just kind of, you know, I guess he was simply harassing the side of there. Again, just overstepping his boundaries. But they're going to port up top both the Dazzle and the Shadow Demon as they get the first blood. So good execution there by ECX. And now making the way to the top lane, where Nox, he's going to love the supports coming in. Coddle's the one that's definitely going to be vulnerable, but they're going to go for Clockwork. He's got those power cogs, so going to throw those up. And that will, of course, box them out where he will be fine. You see the Illuminate coming out from Coddle as well, some good damage. Going to force Dazzle to fall back, who's getting fairly low. He does have that Shadow Wave of his to put the heals up, but that salve will take care of business for the time being. Oh, self taken off, but I think most of the work already done right there. So, yeah, it looks like the supports now are just going to be simply trying to babysit this Lifestealer here at the top lane. Meanwhile, Abaddon, obviously, he's back down here now, realizing that they're up top. A little more safer and opening some farm for the Storm Spirit. So, I'm a little curious at the decision that's actually boxed into the top lane. Clockwork in trouble right here. Shadow Demon in the cogs with him, putting in the auto attacks. One more. He's just not going to be able to get close enough. And his Q of the Disruption not going to be back up in time. He also with that Soul Catcher with his second ability here as well. So he doesn't have the poison just yet. Remember that poison did get slightly nerfed here in a recent patch that came out post-MDL event as far as the initial damage of it. So wants to amp the damage instead for the team. And again, though, it's just not enough at this time. So, but once those poison levels start adding up, obviously for Shadow Demon, you can expect more and more pressure coming out from him. Silencer versus OD here in the middle lane. Let's take a look out, see how that's going. 8-7 Silencer versus a 9-5 OD here in the middle. So very back and forth, actually. Again, it goes back to the Silencer pick, and wondering if he's pretty good in the matchup against an OD, and it seems like he is doing pretty solid right here. You see OD taking a fair amount of damage, being silenced as a result of that last word coming out. Silencer not having his Arcane Curse at this time here for the earlier laning phase. Figures it won't be worth it against OD in the matchup there. What's going on over here? Coddle, he's being chased back, actually. Oh, he's going to pop the salve, though, and he will be fine, but a lot of heavy pressure coming out before he makes his way out of there. You see the smoke and a seat purchase by Shadow Demon. He's porting bottom. Is he going to do a solo here? No, he's going to instead go elsewhere, maybe look to stack for the time being, but keep an eye on that Shadow Demon. Looking to be setting up some kind of gank. Maybe towards the middle lane. Yeah, looks like maybe going to be making a play on the middle lane. Imprisonment coming out onto Silencer. He's got plenty of life, though. Has a bottle charge here. I don't think he's going to be necessarily killed. I mean, it's level 4 OD right now. We're going to race for the top rune, regen rune up here. Okay, there's a disruption. No follow-up, though. So, yeah, kind of just hitting me, though, too. They have both the disruption as well as the imprisonment. So a lot of just the putting under, as Grant would say, abilities coming out here from the Dire side. Nice rune control coming out from Abaddon, meanwhile, as he picks up the bounty rune at the bottom. OD hitting level 5 right there. Gets yet another level of that Astral Imprisonment, and once again using it pretty quickly. Onto the Silencer, keeping that harassment up. Here we go, though, in the middle. Book and Wing. Looking to set up. Silencer, he is low now. Yeah, if he gets any bit pushed up, he is dead. In fact, they're just going to die. They say, screw it. Disruption comes out. That should be a dead Silencer. There's no way he's getting out of this. The heal comes out, and OD gets the last hit to finish it all off. Just, again, the execution on point. It's just so tough. I mean, the second they start running towards you, there's not much you can do in the Silencer in that case. So he needed to have already been falling back, but that's obviously in hindsight here. He doesn't have the information that we have. So, again, good setup by Evil Corp. And they take a 2-0 lead now as a result of that right there. How's Nox doing up top? 29-6, actually. He's definitely recovered quite a bit. He is almost level 6 now as well. I know that's very significant at this point, but we'll have that ability to parasite or infest even. I guess it's the same concept right there, if he chooses to level it. Oh, pressure on a Clockwork. Coddle. Illuminati in the background. I know it's Illuminate. It's just fun to see Illuminati, though. And they'll be fine. Yeah, Clockwork, obviously one of those heroes at level 6. He can be very aggressive. Book, oh, the heal comes out right before the Illuminate hit. And they're going on a Clockwork now. The beautiful turnaround chance here. The Infest going to be used. And yes, the final auto attack from Dazzle to secure that kill. That Poison Touch also doing work. Look at Coddle, though. He's trying to get the Illuminate off. It's not going to hit, though. Book doing a good job of sidestepping, and now it's going to come at a cost. Art Attack goes down as a result. Shadow Demon was coming in case, so there really was no chance for Coddle there. He was dead no matter what. He tried to take somebody with him. Not the case, though, and a 2-0 in favor of Evil Corp at the top lane. So now the 4-0 start. Looking out for them. Change over to the net worth here. Storm Spirit has been having a pretty good time at the bottom lane. Obviously, the early first blood that happened to his teammate down here caused a little bit of issue, but since then, it's not been going too shabby. But this movement here, especially with that Shadow Demon, obviously they're playing it very effectively as they should be. And it's doing a lot of work. Oh, middle lane. He's got the imprisonment right there. The Q damage not going to be enough from that Arcane Ore, but Silencer actually holding his ground. We'll be fine in the end. Top lane, what is going on up here? Is that Clockwork actually? Yeah, Clockwork's trying to dive behind the tower, and now he's in a lot of trouble. I think he was trying to chase, really underestimating the potential of the supports. Illuminate comes out, the poison being applied, though. Talera joins the party on Slaughter. The Crush gets the kill. He crushed both, actually. Coddle also going to fall, and he misses the Illuminate on a Shadow Demon. I got to think that would have killed him if it connected, but alas, it did not. So they continue the momentum now, a 6-0 start here in favor of ECX. This Coddle at the top lane, he's trying so hard to get some kills, but it's just not working. But again, this kind of goes to the funky lineup here. As a silence on a Slaughter, it doesn't matter though. He already got the amp damage up, and just simply a couple of auto attacks are enough to take out Silencer. But yeah, this is where this draft is just kind of funky, especially with the way they go to lane it here. That final pick, Storm Spirit. And yet they run him as a short lane Storm Spirit here in the more the one position. So it just feels off. It feels like they would have been much better with more of that carry. It feels like they would have been much better with something like the likes of a, I guess Anti-Mage wouldn't have been the greatest pick right here, but more just that hard-hitting right-click carry than this Storm Spirit that's going to be more of the mid carry, which, you know, we've yet to see Storm Spirit's effectiveness yet, so maybe want to hold off on judging too much, but man, the team support around him, it just seems like it's falling more and more behind. for them. So Storm Spirit, I think, is, I guess, the point I'm getting to. We're going to need to see him involved sooner than later at this point. He's going to take the amp damage from Slardar. Slardar doesn't realize, though, Abaddon's nearby. They're baiting this out. There goes Disruption. Disruption, excuse me. The crush on top, and even with the shield, is it enough? Oh, it's not enough. Yes, it is. Maybe. Oh, my God, he's going to live. They caught on me while the top lane dies. And how did Slardar get out of there? I thought for sure he was dead. But he actually escapes. Unbelievable. Wow, I'm surprised nobody died. I saw that message pop up thinking it was somebody dying down here, but no, it was Coddle at the top lane meanwhile. He goes down over in the jungle. So some way, somehow, they both end up surviving. That was good bait, actually. On the side of CYA right there, you could tell they were trying to get Sutter to commit as much as he did with the Abaddon infiz, but still not enough for a turn there. But yeah, Abaddon just simply playing it. He's the bitch of Storm Spirit here. Excuse my language, but he really is. That is his role this game. He's tanking creeps for him. He's just here to heal support. Like, that's his job this game, which, you know, Abaddon obviously can't be good for that. But that even goes back to the Abaddon pick. It's like his passive, the Curse of Avernus. Is that even going to be really good with this lineup? I don't know. It just, I mean, I know I've kind of touched on that several times now, but the synergy here just doesn't seem like it's coming together for CYA. And that mixed with just great execution on the side of Evil Corporation, I think is why we see this early 8-0 lead now about 10 minutes into the game. Bottom, is this going to be a kill? Yes, it is. Storm Spirit, no chance for him to get away, put under. I mean, this is a tough Storm Spirit game, too, because with both the Shadow Demon as well as the OD, I mean, they have that initial jump. I mean, you throw a Slaughter on top of that with the Blink Dagger Crush. It is a pretty difficult game here for a last pick Storm Spirit especially. So clearly not working. Trying to find signs of hope here. I mean, Clockwork, he is level 6. Yeah, he is. He does have his hook shot. Looks like he used at the top lane, but maybe getting him elsewhere to set up some kind of kill, but that's just the best advice I could be given right now. Meanwhile, though, it's going to get worse. The Global Silence goes out, but it's not enough still. Crush is used, and down goes Silencer. You see Abaddon trying to chase. Uses that Mist Coil. Another one coming up. Storm Spirit's like, don't worry, I got this, bro. The first kill finally coming out for CYA, so that's at least got to feel good for them. Meanwhile, Dazzle with the Shallow Grave. He's going to try to run away. Has that town portal. Yeah, he should be good. Yep, they cannot catch him, so good escape there coming out from Book, actually, on the Dazzle. Own Me here, meanwhile, on OD, just continuing his momentum here in the middle lane. His net worth, 4,200. Oh, that's 3,800, excuse me, 4,200 for the Storm Spirit. He's in trouble. The nice Clockwork going in with a hook shot, and OD will fall. See, that's what they need. Clockwork is that momentum controller earlier on in the game with that hook shot ability. So very good job there of eventually setting up a roam elsewhere. Meanwhile, Abaddon goes down bottom lane, though. So it kind of ends up being a 1-for-1. Still in favor of CYA. They'll take that exchange. An OD for an Abaddon in this case. How's the Armlet coming along? Oh, he already has it. Armlet phase boots finished on Nox, so yeah, his farm has really started to take off now. 5,500 gold. Slaughter, where's his Blink Dagger? Guess what? He just about has it. So that combination is going to start kicking in as well. The Infest onto Slaughter. And then setting up that Life Stealer Bomb, as it's called. Very effective there. You see Shadow Demon, he's level 6, has that Demonic Purge now. They're going to smoke at the Roshan pit and head into the jungle. They're in a prime position to catch somebody. Hookshot is coming up in 8 seconds. Definitely a fight breaking out here, though. Who's going to get the better of it? Abaddon, he's put under immediately. OD, meanwhile, dealing with the Clockwork, and he puts him under as well. So now OD, he's trapped, though. But here comes Sauter with this new toy of his in the Blink Dagger. And Nox also joins the party. The Blinding Light going to push back a couple, but it doesn't matter. Down goes Clockwork. Abaddon on the run. He is level 6, but he's already used his ultimate. They can pick off Coddle. Abaddon falls as well. And Silencer just has to get the hell on out of here, as he does. But a double kill for Nox. An absolute domination control for ECX as well. A 14-2 lead in their favor. You look at Lifestealer here now, 6,300 net worth for him. I believe he purchased something. Something else is coming for him, right? Yeah, that's his own Oblivion staff now, too, on top of that. So, again, the farm is real. The Echo Saber, more than likely going to be the case there. believe that's kind of the usual follow-up for Lifestealer. As Storm Spirit, he was not involved in that middle lane, or if he was, he got out of there pretty quickly. He's got his point booster, so working on that soul booster and eventually that Bloodstone, of course, but that still feels like it's a ways off. I mean, it goes back to CYA and just having any kind of sign of life. At least earlier on, it was at least Storm Spirit was doing all right here, but even his farm has tapered off a little bit. Now, with that said, he is still second in net worth, so can't overlook that necessarily. And you see Storm Spirit, though. He is setting up here at the bottom lane. So do they have ultimate? Silencer, his ulti's on cooldown. They do have hookshot, though, of course. They're in the middle lane, though, so it doesn't look like they're going to be defending down here. In fact, yep, Storm Spirit's like, I'm not going to try even. Cornachan just ports to the top lane, and instead we'll pick up some farm up here. Oh, he got recall. That's what that was. I was wondering. I was like, did he have bots? No, got the recall, of course. Book, actually. Oh, he throws out the heal, though. He's going to be fine for now. He has a shallow grave as well if he finds it necessary. He's going to need to find it necessary. There we go. There's a shallow grave. Any ports coming in. Nothing's coming in, though, so they're going to get this kill. It's just a matter of time. I mean, Book doing everything he can to survive, but as good of a chance that was, it just wasn't to be. With no ports coming in, there's no way. A little curious about that. I mean, they do have some town portals. Slaughter has one at least. Nox also has one. So, man, he lived a while right there. I feel like they could have poured it in and tried to get some turn kills, but they figured, I guess they were trying to make a play in the middle lane. It just didn't work out right there. So, kind of leaving Book to feeding him to the wolves there. But there's the Echo Saber meanwhile. So, yeah, Nox just doing the Nox thing. This is what he was notorious for at Han as well. He just simply gets that farm, and he'll be not necessarily AFK farming, but he will get that farm, and he's just doing that this game. And obviously it is showing now with that net worth. The silence coming out, man, if you're going to be using that silence and not getting a kill with it, that's just got to sting. That's a huge ultimate to not have anything happen from it. And now they're going to be turned. That's just adding insult to injury. Sauter a big crush once again. They take out Silencer. The chase is on Abaddon in the background. The borrow time is up, but it's going to wear off pretty quickly. Meanwhile, Clockwork goes down, and now Abaddon, a couple of auto attacks should do him in. Maybe get a proc with that passive. Tolera, though, he's chasing too much. Oh, he's going to be put under, though. And he'll be fine for the time being. The saving capability here of this team also powerful. There's the shallow grave just in case. Looks like it wasn't totally necessary there, but it allows it to go extra aggressive. He just charges in with a sprint. Gets the stun. The Illuminate, it's going to miss. Being daytime, though. Throwing that out with the ultimate form. Has another blinding light in 1 second. That stomp, though, just too much. And down he goes. It looks like Shadow Demon was picked off, but the chase actually continues down here. With now Clockwork porting back in. The clocks go up. And Silencer joins back in, but he just gets dropped. I think Evil Corporation is just making a statement here in game number 1. There's the crush, securing the kill on a Clockwork. I don't think CYA can really give much more of a fight much longer. Just nothing seems to be working for them at all. We're only 17 minutes into this game, and we're getting upwards of a 10,000 net worth lead, over 7,500 experience lead in their favor. And you look at the top 3 net worth now, it actually all belongs to Evil Corporation over there. I think this is definitely comes down to, though, a lot of the draft. It was just really strong for ECX. They outdrafted for sure. I think it's very safe to say here against CYA. But not to take away from their execution either. Obviously, they played it very well, too. The first blood execution, and it just rolled from there at the bottom lane. And they just did not stop momentum. Shadow Demon, got to give credit to Chaley especially. He played it very well, just constantly moving. He is 3-2-9 this game, being involved in majority of the kills right here. Abaddon goes down, by the way. Meanwhile, more fights breaking out. And it's just what else is there to say? Other than a victory for ECX is just around the corner. Yoko Elu! Yoko Elu will live! I don't know if that's French or if that's Hawaiian. I'm trying to Yoko Elu, it's saying it like it's Hawaiian, but I assume it's not that. That was Nox got. He's got a Yasha now. See the 4 staff on OD, so that what did we see that build? The Hurricane Pike. That's what I was trying to think there. The Hurricane Pike going to be coming sooner than later, I'm sure, for Mr. OD here. Maybe a Blink Dagger feels like he needs that catch still. I don't think they do necessarily this game, but to each their own. Storm Spirit finally gets his Bloodstone, so not the greatest timing on the Bloodstone, but still. At least he has it now. His Silencer really got much. Yeah, you look at the Silencer. This is technically a core Silencer in that middle lane. I mean, that's just nothing. It really is just no farm on him. He's 1-5-2. Not a great game for him. 5 deaths across the board. Storm Spirit the only one now with 5 deaths, only having 2. A little more understandable there.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You also have the supporting cast here of ECX, and their farm is just looking really strong. Arcane Boots on Dazzle with you in a Shadow. Shadow Demon, Arcane Boots of his own, of course. And he's been spending a lot of money on those regents, such as the Vision here. And what's this about? Slaughter. Oh, they're going with the FS Bomb. There we go. They jump on Abaddon. He pops a borrow time, though. TP, get a stun proc. No, they do not. He actually gets out in time. So that was the worst target that they could have jumped, obviously. Just got a little antsy right there. 2,200 more gold saved up on Slaughter. I wonder what he's going to be picking up next. As Clockwork, he's almost setting up as if he wants to try to make a play right here. Oh, Slaughter's like, all right, well, if you're going to hang around, I'll jump you instead. He does so, and he has his own support coming in. I think Clockwork's the one that's going to be dying here. Oh, my God. Talera gets killed, though. Wow. Okay, Clockwork. I underestimated, and I think Slaughter did as well. The damage of Clockwork right there, I guess, with the battery assault being maxed out there. It actually did quite a bit of damage, so one of those laughable moments, really, if you're Slaughter, especially with the lead that you have. As Storm Spirit again continues to try to progress with this farm, having that Bloodstone now. And he's got another 1,400 gold saved up, so we'll see what he looks to go for next. And that Orchid could, of course, be a prime choice for him, just needing that capability to jump and get a kill. But Silencer is no doubt the one that they just really need to step it up. He's got a Staff of Wizardry in the stash there. But still a lot of room to go. There's a Forest Staff onto Slaughter, and a Sanjin Yasha finished in full onto Lifestealer, meanwhile. So here comes the Roshan attempt now, having Slaughter amping that damage. That's going to be a very, very quick Roshan kill here. We're going to see Lifestealer, I'm sure, pick up that Aegis meanwhile. And there we go. So now you have an Aegis to deal with a Lifestealer who hasn't died yet, right? Yeah, he's 8-0-4. And he just got that St. Genosh as mentioned. And he's inside of Slaughter right now. I think Clockwork might have scouted them, throwing out the missiles. Or the rocket, even. So you see them playing very defensive here now.
Dire's top tower.
Slaughter, though, heading towards bottom. Oh, no. This Silencer. This is just not the game for Silencer, man. He just gets easily found and killed. They're baiting out this creep wave being pushed up here at the bottom. Clearly not going to work.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Top lane. Oh, there's a fight breaking out up here, actually. There's the OD putting himself under, trying to survive. He is going to maybe... No, the shallow grave well saved for the time being. A lot of putting some auto attacks onto the Storm Spirit. OD again puts himself under. He's delaying the inevitable right here, and he will barely survive the Force Staff. Oh my God, he actually gets away. Beautiful teamwork on their side. And now here's the turn potential. Shadow Demon throwing up some poison, getting some stacks up on a Coddle. There's the burst, and he secures the kill. You see Abaddon on the run. No borrowed time remaining. Storm Spirit, he gets disruption on. And the Shadow Demon now stacking that poison once again. He's going to pop it. It's not enough for the kill, though. And I think Cornichon, no, he does not get away. The OD catches. They also catch Abaddon. And they catch Storm Spirit. Beautiful support all around. As you do see the Hurricane Pike now finished onto OD. Oh, man. I mean, Evo Corp, they really are playing on point. Got to say, this is fun to watch. From their perspective, at least. If you're a fan of CYA, I am sorry. Not as appealing as a game so far. for them. They simply are just getting outplayed here in this game number 1 at least. Another forest staff purchase. Jeez. Isn't that 3 that they have now? With Dazzle, yeah, Slaughter has one, and then obviously got the Hurricane Pike and OD. Got a lot of team mobility here on their side. Ultimate Orb purchased by Storm Spirit here. I think, are we going to be seeing the Lincolns? What else does that turn into that could be realistic? I guess Lincolns is really the only one that makes a lot of sense here. I mean, Scythe is always good too, sure, but Lincolns, I guess, would be pretty good against the OD and the Shadow Demon as well, going back to those abilities, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he's thinking here. But yeah, it could be either or. Meanwhile, Book here in the middle lane, Seaport's coming in. They want to save this tower, and Silencer Ultimate will kind of stall things a little bit. But Clockwork, he got jumped in the background. He goes down, and now Abaddon. Borrowed time is up, and he gets put under. Going for the fort. That ain't working. Just too much damage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has
CYA here. Simply playing on borrowed time. Ah, the puns. See you, Cottle. Was that a Desolator picked up by, who picked up a Desolator?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I thought there was somebody going. Oh yeah, Nox got one, okay. That was kind of the obvious. I was like looking at like Dazzle and stuff. No, it was Lifestealer, the obvious choice, and oh my gosh. One hit basically tears through Clockwork there. With that rage, it's just so difficult to stop, obviously. We're going to jump Abaddon. Speaking of borrowed time, he will pop that once again and be fine. But now that's going to be on cooldown for a little bit. So they're just knocking on the door. So camping your Ancients here, I mean, they're playing with the mentality as long as they have their base, this game is not over. Clockwork going in. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's one of those decisions that you necessarily want to be doing. Oh, Abaddon, he's definitely falling. Yeah, Clockwork going in right there, almost screwing them rather than helping, as it kind of forced them to fight here. And they end up losing 2 even. Oh, Storm Spirit actually got picked up at the top lane meanwhile by the OD and the Shadow Demon. So neither have a buyback, but they are going to be resin fairly quickly. Again, this is a best out of 3. This is just game number 1 here, but looks like ECX in full control, looking to take game number 1 here sooner than later.
The party.
So CYA in that state, though, of we just have to sit at our base once again and just keep pushing out the creep lanes. But okay, they're going to catch Shadow Demon. Maybe. 4 staff over the cogs, but I mean, basically everyone over here. So
You had your warning.
well, they get 1 kill. It's a slow but steady pace in terms of coming back for your CYA here. A nice double damage rune. See, this is like a double damage rune. Like, they don't really have a prime candidate for this. Like a Silencer in the end, but his farm hasn't necessarily been screaming, you know, that great. OD. Oh, and they got the combo here. They're gonna catch Clockwork. Should be an easy kill. Maybe not. The 4-step pushed and pulled every which way. He finally goes down. Silencer did ultimate through that, as you could tell, but it's not enough to save him. And now Abaddon. Okay, the borrowed time again. They got no way to stop him, actually, so he will get away. Now they're just going to head towards middle and the Storm Spirit.
Let the fun begin.
Will quickly jet on out of there. Slaughter, he's charging in. Yep, they're going to catch Cottle. See ya. Holy crap, that damage, man. It is just so instant. That physical damage there. So Abaddon Cottle down. Now pressure in the top lane. See if ECX can actually start breaking through now. Seems like they're a little hesitant to truly go into the base so far, but I guess now's the time with 2 being dead. There's a 3rd dead as they also caught Clockwork. He buys back, though, pretty quickly right here, knowing that this could be a final stand. He does have the hook shot. Oh, maybe catch Slaughter. No. Port's coming in, but he's going to randomly. Saw what happened last time.
Incoming.
So it feels like ECX is definitely waiting just for another Roshan here, who should be up here in the very near future. Speaking of that, there we go, about 20 seconds or so. Sawdart. Oh, the Storm Spirit. No, the Crush was early. Oh, he used it a little too early right there. He thought he was one place. He ended up being another. So somewhat of a blind chance right there. Pipe picked up on Dazzle now too, so we see ya. Port's getting items like that about 30 minutes into the game. It's just such a bad spot to be in again. Your CYAs. There's a silence going to be used by, well, Silencer. Abaddon with the borrowed time, so a couple of ways to really delay deaths right here. On the side of CYA, but now Livestar says, all right, I'm just going to go for the tower instead. The Cog's constantly being used to harass. This time, though, it'll cost him his life. So this tower, it's in trouble. Clockwork is not buying back. As we saw, he bought back recently. And there goes Silencer, actually. Storm Spirit is trying to fly around. Again, though, his farm is not necessarily the strongest though either. So as far as damage output, they just simply do not have it. And I think the GGs are going to be coming out soon here. When they're camping the well like this, you basically know it's already over.
Whoa, what'd I miss?
I mean, they still have their base towers, so perhaps that's what's ultimately preventing from wanting to finish this. But again, the classic case of this being a best of 3, it's that it brings up that whole argument. It's like, is it really worth sticking in a game like this if you're CYA? It's no. Is it really? Are you really doing yourself a service by just sitting here in this game and giving more and more kills to the other team rather than just saying, all right, screw it, let's move on to game 2. Like if this is a final game or a 1-game series, you know, a little more understandable, I feel. But in a best of 3 game number 1, I just feel like sometimes it's best to make the decision of, all right, let's kind of reset here. Let's get into game 2. Clearly the draft, you know, we were out-drafted to an extent. I feel like we could play with these guys, but let's try to draft a little stronger and execute better from the beginning. I think it should be the mindset of CYA here, but instead they're kind of just going with a YOLO mindset of let's just keep on going, baby. Let's just keep on going. And we're seeing what's happening. Absolute chaos in Evil Corporation's favor. All right, they've had enough. Towels thrown in. GG, well played. And game number 1 will officially go to Evil Corporation here over CYA. So, again, a pretty one-sided battle is very safe to say there. I just really hope for CYA's sake and, frankly, for the series that the draft, you know, they draft a little stronger in the next game. I think that's a lot of it comes down to that. So we'll see what their decision is as far as starting with the draft there. It just did not make a lot of sense here. It's very safe to say. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Game number 2 going to be coming up here. Evil Corporation versus Camping Your Ancients. You're tuning into an ESL Dota 2 Major League European Season 1 Division 1 match here. I was Breaking CPK, your caster. Game number 2 going to be coming up next.